Uncle Joe Spelling Show for May the 3rd, and it is 2010. Uncle Joe Spelling Show, have I said that?
Well, how you been, Uncle Joe? It's been a long... Hello, America.
Cousin Ron, this is kind of a throw...
There's a terrorist among us. What are we spelling today? How about terrorist?
How about honesty? Honesty.
Okay, how would you spell it?
You mean, how do you spell it?
How do you spell it? It's been a long time.
This is a throwback show. Remember when we used to have Uncle Joe's spelling shows?
I vaguely remember that. Vaguely.
Honesty. This is very easy.
What would you do?
Honesty. Honesty. And if you wanted to get a little bit crazy, you could say Onesti. Onesti would shorten it, but we don't need to really go there, do we?
No. I like your first spelling. So what has been going on? You had surgery.
I did. I had.
Tell the whole world about your surgery.
I did. You know, and another thing, meniscus surgery.
Nobody cares. Check this out.
Meniscus, M-E-N.
Freddy Krueger topped the box office. When I was a kid, Freddy Krueger came out. We were all scared to pieces. By part like 9, when he was fighting Jason at Disney World, nobody cared anymore. So, you know, they took a couple years off. $32 million this weekend. You have to love that.
I read a review that, back in the day, that the Freddy Krueger movies were not that good. They were scary and everyone kind of balled in, but they weren't that good. And this one is better written and better acted. Oh, I don't know what that means, but the reviews are better for it than the old franchise. This has been the Uncle Joe Spelling Show.
Let's keep in line with movies and film. Polanski to U.S. Treat me fairly. Now, here's the deal. I wasn't alive.
I think, but treat me justly, he would be in trouble. Treat me fairly is all relative.
Did he do it? I mean, I honestly don't know. Did he back in 1977?
Hey, your trip to the Dominican Republic.
I'm not condemning him. I just
your trip to the Dominican Republic was crazy.
I just got back from the Dominican Republic. I did. I went for the weekend. I got there 2 in the morning on Friday night, Saturday morning, and got back last night. And I went because of 2 things. One, Fundación Renacer finished buying the building.
Can we have a translation, please? Por favor.
Foundation Renacer had a purchase. They finished buying the building where they keep the elderly women. Isn't that nice?
The elderly women of
La Romana
Dominican Republica.
República Dominicana. And so that was great. And then, but see, here's my favorite part. I got to go to the orphanage where I love those kids, man. I love those kids. We played volleyball. We had a great time. They're so cute,
And they eat you up. They eat you alive.
Oh,
they
man,
love their Uncle Ron.
God, I love them. I love them. Seriously, I realized it's probably the happiest I've been all year, minus the 54 deaths and everything else. Yesterday, and the fact that I've been here before this year, which was great, but yesterday or Saturday, just the happiest I've been all year.
Wow.
Yeah,
wow.
Yeah.
Even happier than San Diego.
Yeah, because San Diego didn't come through.
Or hasn't.
It didn't.
Ooh. How about Judge? Are we going to talk about that a little bit?
We can talk about that.
Judge. Judge Roy Bean.
Check this out, America. I had an interview last week for a judgeship in New York City. Part-time.
Our society and our country is going
It's
to
over.
hell in a
It's over.
handbasket.
Give me
Cousin Ron.
a mallet. Is that what they call it? A mallet? What is it? A hammer? What do they give? Give me the wooden
3
thing.
mules and a team of donkeys.
It's over. I'm throwing everybody in jail. No, I'm just kidding.
You walked across the street illegally. You get the chair.
No. They ask you a very interesting question in the interview. They ask you, would you give the weight of the word of a police officer equal? Well, let me rephrase. Would you give a police officer's word more weight than a defendant's word? And I said, well, no. And then, but they also want to know, would you do vice versa? And I said, no. I said, listen, I think most cops wake up in the morning wanting to go to work and do their job. Are there some bad ones? Yes. Are there mostly guys that, just like you and me, want to do our job and go home? Yes, I think. And I think that's true in any profession.
Shouldn't you have asked, well, it depends on who the other person is. Depends on who the cop is. Depends on who the other person is.
No. I'm not there to judge a person. I'm there to judge what happened.
Oh.
You see what I'm saying? Because you know what? Nice people do bad things, and bad people do nice things sometimes. Just because you're bad doesn't mean you always do bad things. And just because you're nice doesn't mean you always do nice things. So you treat it on a case-by-case basis.
A case in point, a week ago in New York City,
Watch out, Judge Judy. Go ahead.
A homeless person
this is
helped alleviate a burglary, an assault, a robbery. This homeless person helped to ward off an assaulter.
And was killed.
No, he was not killed. He was hurt. He was laying on the sidewalk, and person after citizen after New Yorker walked by, glanced down, walked by as this guy was bleeding. I guess blood was on the sidewalk, and no one called the cops. No one called 311, 911.
He died. So the guy killed him. How do you say it's not a murder?
Well, he didn't kill him immediately. There was a chance to save him. Yes, maybe.
Maybe. They buried him today, and that was in here. His name, I want to give him a shout out, because you know what? No one else is going to. Unless it... What are you doing?
I'm scratching my foot. This has been the Uncle Joe Spelling Show. You gave us 32 minutes. We gave you 12.
His name was... He was from Guatemala. His name was Hugo
Chavez. This has been the Uncle Joe Spelling Show. Come back and see us.